Good afternoon again, Speed fans. That's right. It's time for race number 2 of the Super Metroid multi-category tournament playoff match between Traviktox and azder. The category is Triple Bingo, and the card will be revealed momentarily. We're just waiting for the runners to ready up. Derp, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Of course, some of you may know that I at least pretend to be a bingo expert, so I'm a big fan of bingo races in general, and I'm looking forward to seeing this one. I think azder is one of the better bingo players in the community, so I definitely favor him initially, but as I saw during the break in chat, we are currently 0 for 3 for runners winning their category choices. So it is very possible that Traviktox can pull this one back. Not to get anyone too excited, but will we see the first from azder? Who knows? As the race is just getting started in SRL, we'll be seeing that shortly, and you get to see this card. So kind of talk about this card for me, Hockey. What are you looking at so far?
Well, I think this one is pretty balanced. It's not too collection heavy. There's some good columns and stuff that dovetail well together. I think that at least a couple of them are pushing for a Dragon fight. Not too bad. I mean, there's definitely some heavier collection, but you have like collect all 60 Bryn missiles and then 60 plus missiles, so you do have some synergy there. But as far as what I would do, I have no idea. I'm just along for the ride, derp, having zero bingo experience as a player.
Yeah, you will notice there's a lot of tiles that have space jump. There's that bottom middle tile, just space jump. Column 1, row 4, collect space jump and skip high jump. Column 4, row 3, high jump, speed booster, and space jump. And even column 2, row 2, collect spring ball or defeat Dragon. Defeating Dragon would put you right next to space jump. So it looks like whatever happens, the runners are going to be fighting Dragon.
But before they fight Dragon, they do have to fight Ridley on Sirius Station. They don't get to start from the surface of the planet Zebus. But hey, that is absolutely okay.
Yeah, I can tell you what I was initially looking at is something where you could theoretically skip Dragon with that defeat Golden Torizo tile. Something like BLTR column 5, but there's not a good third to go with that because everything else would require space jump. Oh, I don't know.
It's definitely a pretty, as far as I can tell, it's a pretty tough card.
Yeah, we'll see what the runners decide to do.
I kind of like column 4. That might make me just the completely wrong play, but I mean, I like movement items, so I'm going to pick up high jump, speed booster, and space jump. And then
I'm
you
not
can
a
get the
fan
space
of
jump tile on row 5.
I'm not a fan of column 4 because of that criteria missile tile, actually. 10 E-tanks isn't as bad as it looks, especially if you're doing something like a Brinstar cleanup where most of the E-tanks are. But 40 criteria missiles is a really long and arduous tile. The missiles are kind of scattered around everywhere, and it can be pretty rough. You have to go up to Gauntlet, you have to clear up all of the area next to Wreck Ship. It's rough. That being said, I am looking at like a row 3. That could be a lot better. 60 Brinstar missiles is also pretty spread out, but they're all places that you're already going to. So it could be good.
So just like before, our runners are going to head down to Retro Brinstar to kind of kickstart the rest of the game, getting their first couple item pickups here. And so whether they decide to full clear Retro Bryn might give us some insight into what columns or rows they're going to pick.
I see a question in chat about column 3, row 1, that finish near Spazer Charge, Ice Wave, or Plasma. What that means is you need to finish in the room that a beam is located. You don't have to finish next to the beam, but you have to finish in the room, I believe. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong about that. So, for example, you could finish anywhere in Big Pink, and it would count as finishing near Charge Beam, theoretically.
Theoretically.
I
Yeah,
imagine there's a good chance we see something like a column 3 and the runners finish near, or they finish in the plasma room or something like that.
I can dig that. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, so then in total, we're looking at something like a column 3, row 3, and row 5 maybe? I don't know. Fully explore Rex ship is a little bit annoying, but that's what I'm seeing so far. I haven't looked at the card as in-depth as I would be as a Twitch chat analyst, though. Like I was correct about what I said about the finish near a beam. You just need to be in the room, so that is something to note. They will, if they opt to do that, they will finish as soon as they enter the plasma room. They don't have to go all the way down to plasma beam.
Nice.
Doesn't look like either runner went down to the criteria map station. I know that is a tile. You see that on the right of the card. But neither runner doing it yet. We might see them do it after they fight Bomb Terizo. Since even if they aren't planning on doing anything with criteria map station, it is a free tile.
That's for sure. And that column 5 isn't as bad as some of the other columns or rows, but we'll see what happens when they exit. They're just still in that little beginning item collection phase, I guess you could say.
Yeah, the thing about column 5, actually, we kind of have to get into the whole metagame of the fact that this is a second race in a best of 3, and Traviktox just got finished with failing the lava dive twice, so his confidence might not be at a high in terms of getting the lava dive, so we might be a little bit less likely to go for something that would require him to go into Lower Norfair. That being said, it does look like he is going down to the criteria map station, so that is something to note.
We do have a little bit of divergence here as you're continuing on through criteria, but Traviktox picking up that map station. Does he have to actually trigger that map station or just to get into the room for the map station?
You only have to enter the room in order to count the tile. It's the same with all the health and missile refill tiles. You only have to be in the room. You don't actually have to activate the station.
Got it. I think I'm getting this bingo confused with all map stations RTA, because I think in that category you do have to activate the map stations.
That is correct, but unfortunately,
correct me if I'm wrong.
It's not a category in the tournament. Mostly because it only takes 15 minutes, but you know. Who's counting, right?
Right on.
Traviktox is actually out of missiles. This is awkward. And it looks like Azder only picked up the early super missiles. He didn't go for any Brindstar missiles, so it looks like row 3 is completely out of the question for him. He's most likely got something else in mind. We'll see what Traviktox decides to do. If he picks up the reserve tank missiles, the Ron-Papil missiles, I believe they're called, and the missiles under the early super bridge, then it is more likely that he might be doing a row 3 or potentially something like a column 2. Unsure yet, though. One thing we did forget to mark, actually, is the skip charge beam, and it looks like Azder is actually
good call.
over the charge beam, so he's at least continuing to skip it. And so one thing Azder might actually do is TLBR, that top left, bottom right. It's a little bit annoying with that criteria missile tile, but it is possible. Looks like he is going up. I wonder where he is going. He might be doing his ship first, but that does make it a bit difficult to pick up all those criteria missiles. But that still might be what he is doing.
Looks like Traviktox is going to get some more missiles, and he also got that Brinstar reserve tank.
Yeah, I don't think the Brinstar reserve tank... Well, there is 2 reserve tanks, so... He could be picking up Brinstar and Norfair reserve tank and potentially do like a column 4. And also, of course, picking up those missiles could suggest that he is doing that row 3. He could also theoretically be doing BLTR. There's still a lot of possibilities.
Absolutely.
Are there any other ignore an item tiles that we forgot to mark? I think it's just a skip charge beam.
I think so too.
Well, let's hope so. And Azder is going to be picking up the beta power bomb, so... of course, he could be going for that central tile, just wants as many supers as power bombs as he can get, but also might be going for the Brinstar power bombs tile. As Traviktox does pick up his charge beam, so that is no longer... Whoops. That is no longer an option for him.
He skipped it until he didn't.
That is how it is sometimes.
Because if it wasn't, then it wouldn't be.
Yep.
Oh, man. I love working with you, Derp. You keep me honest.
Anytime. Does look like Azder is going over to the wrecked ship, so we are going to see some ship first action here. Meanwhile, Traviktox going down. Wonder where he could be going. One thing to note, since he's going down, he won't have any power bombs entering Kraid's lair. So if he is going for that 60 Brinstar missile tile, he will have to revisit Kraid's lair to get the missile. Which isn't necessarily incorrect, but it is something to note, as Azder having a bit of trouble getting over the moat. Unfortunately, falls in the moat once. Looks like he's now going to go for the... Nope, he's going to keep going for the HBJ. And... there we go, he gets it first try.
First try every time. Way to go, Azder.
Yeah, absolutely. And so he's going to be heading over to Fantoon. Of course, he doesn't have charge beam, so if he accidentally enrages Fantoon, he won't be able to use the pseudo screw in order to avoid all of the flame attacks, which means he has to be very careful with this fight.
That's an excellent point. That could be very tough. You gotta be careful not to accidentally super Fantoon there.
Yeah, we are, of course, all hoping Azder can make it, but this is a very scary fight, and I don't think he's saved either, which is a little bit spooky, but he is a veteran new route runner, so I'm sure he feels just fine.
And Traviktox got that Varia suit, get protection from superheated rooms as well as damage reduction.
Do you know if either runner... Wait, is that tile on this card? Yeah, do you know if either runner got the Brinstar missile reserve or missile station?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. We see Traviktox not picking up the other Brinstar missile station above Kraid, so I imagine neither runner going for that. But that does eliminate column 4, which we were looking at for Azder to potentially do.
Yeah, but like you said, Derp, I think that Criterion missile square is just too punishing.
It's very possible. It's a rough time for sure.
Yeah.
Real nice fight from Azder, by the way. He never really got into critical health range and was able to finish off the fight fairly quickly. Nice 3-round from him. I think it was a 3-round at least. We'll see if he fully explores the wreck ship, but to be honest, I doubt it. We'll see right here, though, if he decides to go all the way to the left. And it looks like he is not. So yeah, I'm still not totally sure what the runners are doing yet, to be honest.
We might see a skip high jump here from Traviktox. Or we might see a collection, because there is a square where you collect that speed and space jump.
Looks like he is going to be picking up high jump. Not too surprising. I think that space jump and skip high jump is pretty rough. Not having high jump for the whole game is not fun. Looks like Azder is going to be picking up the right side supers in Rex ship, as well as the left side supers, of course. So that, of course, helps him with the super missiles and power bombs. And there is also, I believe, a 30 supers tile. So could potentially mean something like a column 5.
Yeah, he's already halfway there.
Yeah, what I actually think, I'm thinking he's doing column 5, and I think he's doing row 4. But that's, I might be getting too ahead of myself. That could be, in that case, I think he's also doing column 3, potentially? I'm kind of jumping to conclusions here. Like, I don't know exactly what he's doing, but that's what it looks like he's doing so far. So, column 5, column 3, row 4. Especially if he starts picking up all the criteria missiles here, but that would require him to bomb jump up the sky missiles. And it looks like he is. Hold on.
Oh, man.
He's at least going to attempt it. We'll see if he goes all the way through with it.
Traviktox has made it to the top of King Kak's Bubble Mountain. Going to collect that speed booster.
Alright, after going to get those sky missiles, he also needs to pick up the missiles to the left here in this little maze for all of the criteria missiles. And he will need to remember to pick up the missiles under the ocean. I honestly think Traviktox didn't want to pick up this missile. I think he just miscounted his ammo. But either way, he is able to get to speed booster with it. Now Asher just needs to get across the bowling alley. Luckily, he has enough health to take 3 hits in case he messes up one of his jumps, but luckily he does not. And he's going to be getting his gravity suit.
Very nice. Traviktox with a quick farm here after getting speed booster. I would be shocked if he didn't also get the reserve tank leaving Bubble Mountain.
So I believe in terms of criteria missiles, assuming Azder picks up the ocean missiles, he will need Old Mother Brain, he will need 230 missiles, and he will need the 2 in Gauntlet. So we'll see what order he decides to pick those up. Looks like we forgot to mark Travi as having one of Wave Beamer's speed booster, but then he picked up the other one, so it doesn't matter. Whoops.
It's a wash.
Azure does pick up those ocean missiles. I don't think Azure picked up the Brinstar map, though.
I don't think he did either. Nice D-boost by Traviktox to head into that Norfair reserve room.
Yep, and that, of course, will give him both the Norfair reserve and the 2 reserve tanks tiles in just a second. Azure just going to refill to make sure he stays safe and also make sure he's got all the missiles he thinks he does. remember that he picked up the Brinstar, the Alpha missiles, and the Charge missiles, and everything else was from Criteria. And we see him going to Gauntlet now, so... Looks like he is, in fact, going for that 40 Criteria missile tile.
It's a gutsy play. I love it.
Sorry, I had to step away for a bit. Hopefully I didn't miss anything.
Well, if you missed it, then I probably did too, so we're in the same boat, Derp.
Well, that's what I like to hear. Do we know how many... I guess it doesn't matter how many normal missiles Traviktox has. It matters where he got them. But it doesn't look like he's going for any missile... Oh, right, he's going for Brinstar missiles, isn't he? So he has 4, I believe? Did he pick up the big pink missiles? The ones that aren't the charge missiles?
No, and I don't think he also got the other ones below the bridge outside of early supers.
Traviktox is going into Kraid's Lair, but he doesn't have a power bomb yet, so he can't actually get the missiles.
I think he just realized that, but Azder's got both the gauntlet ones now.
So I don't know if this is... He might not be, but I think Azder might actually go up here after getting his finish or destroy at least one statue tile.
Yeah, absolutely.
He might go up and clear out 230 and Old Mother Brain, and then get the Brinstar power bombs from there. Anyways, with that destroy at least one statue, I believe he isn't doing column 3. I think he's doing BLTR. Which would make sense. He is going for all the Brinstar power bombs. And so the only annoying thing that he's doing is defeating Golden Torizo. Which is definitely rough, but not too annoying. Especially with that gravity suit, he is able to do a gravity jump instead of a lava dive in order to make it to Lower Norfair. You see him going to 230 now. Traviktox picking up these power bombs. I imagine he's also going to be picking up the missiles behind them. He's actually not, though. Oh no. I hope he's not forgetting about them.
Yeah, I wonder...
These are in Bryn.
Right.
Scared.
Is he going up for betas? Yes, he is.
Well, I think Traviktox is also going for BLTR, actually. But... he needs to get those Brinstar missiles if he's also going for row 3. Oh no.
After getting Old Mother Brain missiles.
Yep, I believe that is all 40 Criteria missiles for him.
And he's well on his way to 60 plus. Because by my count, he's got 50.
Right. I don't think he's going for that tile.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm glad you're keeping track of it, though.
I'm trying. I'm lost in the sauce, Derp, man. They got the wrong guy for bingo. Half wrong, maybe. I don't know.
I'm still under the impression that any guy is the wrong guy for bingo.
We got Derp anchoring this tracking and commentary.
I don't think Azder's missing any on Criteria missiles. Because he picked up both in Gauntlet. He picked up all 3 next to Rex ship.
Wait, did he grab the ones at the far right side of Retro?
Those aren't Criteria.
Oh, the
Retro Brinstar is in Brinstar.
Yeah. Hello, Retro Brinstar is in Brinstar. Oh my goodness. Oh my, cut this guy off.
Yeah, chat's got me second guessing myself, but he definitely has all of the Criteria missiles. Because he got all 3 near Rex ship and the moat, both in Gauntlet, and then we just saw him get Old Mother Brain and 230. So he's got everything, I swear. I'm not
Did you
crazy.
say 2:30 or tooth hurty? Because that's the time you need to go to the dentist, Derp, is when it's tooth hurty. We're losing cabin pressure.
So Traviktox is on his Phantoon fight. He's going to be using X Factors, it looks like. He's got the Charge Wave combo. We'll see if he can get a nice X Factor round one. Looks like he does. Azder, meanwhile, doing his Upper Brinstar cleanup. Going to be picking up all the super missiles and power bombs he can. I don't know if he picked up Mission Impossible power bombs yet, but he will be picking up those as well as the Etikun power bombs, and that will put him at 25. And I don't think he picked up the Spore Spawn supers, but that will put him at 20 super missiles.
Great fight from Traviktox. Phantoon is down. That looked absolutely clinical.
Yeah, very nice from Traviktox. Chat bringing up a good point. Asher didn't pick up the Criterion map station. So I think actually out of the ones that he's gonna skip, because when I was pointing out what Asher was doing earlier, I actually said column 3 and column 5, but you can't actually do both of those because they both have a finish tile. So I think he's still doing column 3. I think he's doing row 4, and I guess he's doing BLTR most likely. That's my fault for misspeaking, misleading the audience.
Well, that's half the fun of being a bingo commentator, is misdirection and misleading the audience.
Maybe. That being said, I'm still not sure what Traviktox is doing.
Looks like he's full clearing wreck ship because he did go to the map station.
Okay. I wonder what he does from here then. And Asher is going to the Brinstar map station, so that kind of confirms column 3. Because there's no other reason he'd be going for it right now. You don't actually need to get the map station, but Asher is going to anyways. Traviktox still didn't get the Alpha Powerbomb missiles, right? Like, he never went back and got those.
I don't think so.
Oh, no. My goodness. Traviktox going through the spiky room of death while it's active, and you see he is not having a fun time. He's gonna die if he's not careful.
Oh, dear. Oh, this is so close.
Luckily, I think he did get all the tiles, so he should be fine. But getting through Spiky Room of Death is going to be rough with this HP.
I think Edge is going for those Mission Impossible power bombs now. Skipping the missile.
Yeah, I believe that is all Brinstar power bombs for him.
Did Traviktox get the missiles in the Spike Room of Death after backing up and going for it again?
He could, but he doesn't have to. There's nothing. I think he got the tiles.
Oh, he just has to get the tiles. Okay, got it.
At least I hope he got the tile.
Yeah, me too.
We just saw on the map, but I wasn't looking fast enough.
It looks pink.
You see Asher with some maybe disappointment in chat. Might have realized something that he hasn't done yet. That's scary. Traviktox didn't get all the tiles. He needs to get the one all the way to the left of this room. He needs to get the tile at the left corner of the wreck ship E-tank room, and I don't think he realizes it. Oh no.
Well, that's pretty rough.
Oh no. I hope he realizes it, or has a backup plan. Asher's got 5 of the 7 E-tanks he needs. Did he pick up Spore Spawn Supers? I don't think he did.
No, I didn't see him pick those up.
Alright, so we should have 15. 15? No, we should have 20, because he picked up Etikun Supers, I believe. So he needs 1 more for the 50 supers, or X supers and X minus 50 power bombs. It's also picking up high jump. So he's not going for row 4, actually. Okay. So with that, I think he is going for both diagonals, actually.
Oh, wow.
He's going to go for the TLBR instead of row 4.
Heck, row 4.
Luckily, that doesn't actually change much for him. TLBR, the only thing it adds is he has to skip either Wave Beam or Speed Booster, and there's a good chance he's skipping Wave Beam anyways, because it doesn't really add much to him, since he has so much ammo to defeat Batoon and Dragon. So I assume we'll see him pick up Speed Booster and pick up the reserve. We see him going to the reserve now. Traviktox, I don't think he realizes that he skipped that tile at the bottom of the wreck ship E-tank room.
That is really tough.
Looks like Traviktox is also going for the sky missiles. So he might be pivoting towards like a row 4 or something as well. I hope I haven't missed anything. I feel like he hasn't gotten anything in a while.
Well, chat can always help us out. They've helped us out before.
You know, one other thing to note. Actually, Asher might, instead of being going for column 3, he might be going for row 2. He's really close to that as well. I don't think so, though.
It's possible.
He's only a few missiles away. I don't know. This is rough.
Yeah, it's kind of a different one. Difficult to say.
Okay, hopefully Asher just refills like all the way here, so we get to see everything he has. And it looks like that's what he's doing. Because I don't know if he knows either, actually. I believe that is what he has. He has 50 missiles and 20 super missiles.
And for PBs, he's got 15 or 20.
He should have 25 because he has all the Brinstar power bomb.
Well, there we go.
It looks like he is skipping Wave Beam, but he is going the new route way down to Lower Norfair, so he looks like he's going to Golden Teresa. Oh, is Travi gonna notice that he's missing 1 tile in Wreck Ship? Because he's definitely going for it, but he doesn't have it yet because he missed 1 at Wreck Ship
Did
E-tank.
miss that 1 tile.
And that 1 tile is going to cost him a lot of time. And remember, that's not even the only thing. That's not the only thing that Travi seems to be going for that he didn't quite get. Luckily, he does notice. He is going back for it. Okay. But remember, he also skipped the Alpha Powerbomb missile, and it looks like he's going for all Brinstar missiles, so he needs to remember to pick that up as well.
For sure. That's an interesting point in chat. Maybe he was waiting until he had Gravity Suit.
I don't think so. I think if you were waiting for Gravity Suit, you would just have gone there when you had gravity and not even bothered before. But Azder going over to Gold Torizo here. We'll see if he picks up the GT Supers, because that would give him that central tile. I imagined he's going to be picking up his Super Missile somewhere else, though, and that is all of the wreck ship tiles for Traviktox.
Sorry about that derp little double tap there.
We're kind of stepping on each other's heels here.
No, it's all in good fun, right?
Maybe.
Maybe? Oh, come on.
Anyways, Azder gonna be fighting the Gold Torizo. Looks like he is going to be picking up that Super Missile as well. He just wants to waste all of his missiles, so Gold Torizo doesn't do his pattern where he throws the banana-looking things. Azder is... wonder what he's doing here. He's actually... it looks like he's sending Gold Torizo to the other side of the room. You can do the setup, including the safe spot from this side. Maybe he's more comfortable with it. As he's going to finish off the fight with super missiles. Needs a few more cycles of supers. You can technically get 4 in. When you fire super missiles, GT will catch one, but you can shoot 4 more while he's holding one if you're quick enough. Looks like Azder was only hitting 3 more though, so he's a bit slower, but GT is just about down. There he goes.
All right, Travik getting a refill here at the ship. Can see how poorly I've done so far.
Yeah, so that's
pretty close. Pretty close.
That's defeat GT and the X supers and 50 minus X power bombs. He's got 25 supers and 25s, and those two add up to 50.
Absolutely.
Which is what the tile is supposed to say, but it's not worded. Fantastic.
Yeah, very nice from Azder. He's almost got both diagonals. Just needs that collect spring ball or defeat Dragon.
Yeah, and then we get to see... I imagine he's going for column 3, so he'll have to get a couple more E-Tanks. Luckily, there's 2 in Meridia with the Mama Turtle E-Tank and the Batoon E-Tank. And then he'll be able to get that space jump, defeat Dragon, and then go to Plasma Beam, and he'll be done.
Very nice, very tidy.
Yeah, really nice routing from Azder. I don't know if it was his first choice of routing. I think he might have actually been going for column 3, column 5, and then he also realized that he couldn't do it because they both had a finish tile. But that's just speculation.
It's definitely possible.
I feel like we've missed something from Traviktox, but I think he's just having trouble with this card. He really doesn't have a lot of tiles marked yet. And remember, he isn't gonna get Prince Star missiles unless he goes back up to Alpha Power Bombs.
That's a good point. So he's definitely got the 60 plus missiles now, but he's still 1 super pack short.
Yep. Luckily, if he decides to go down to Prince Star and clean up, there's a lot of super missile packs he can pick up. He can pick up the Edacoons as well as the Spore Spawn supers. Looks like he's going to destroy 2 statues here. He gets 2 tiles here. I believe there's a destroy 2 statues. Oh, there's not. Is there? But he does get his 1 statue destroyed, more importantly, so...
Totally. And he's pretty close to getting all the Criterium missiles.
I think he's doing column 2, row 3, but like I said, he needs to get those Alpha PB missiles. You see Asher picking up that Mama Turtle E-Tank. He just needs one more for 7. He's going. He's making a beeline to the end of the game. Or the end of the bingo, at least, because he is very close. The finish tile on row 2 is finish an X-ray scope room, which Asher's doing column 3 instead of row 2 because Plasma's a lot closer to Dragon than X-ray is. That should be all 40 criteria missiles for Traviktox.
Yeah, because he got 230 missiles a long time ago, didn't he?
No, he just got 230 missiles.
Oh, he did. Oh, sorry.
But more importantly, he does have them.
Yes. Excellent.
What is Traviktox doing?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I think he realized that he miscounted his missiles. I think he realizes that he should have one more than he does. And hopefully he finds out where those are.
No, for sure.
Nice full halfie again from Asher. That's 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Race.
Beautiful job.
Okay, it looks like he's going to Brinstar the normal way. Traviktox is. He's also got 70 tanks. You marked that off, though. Just making sure.
You know how we do, Derp. Gotta come through in the clutch.
It's the hockey way.
That's right.
Did Traviktox pick up beta power bombs?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I think Traviktox picked up beta power bombs, right? Also, it looks like he's going for the map station, but doesn't remember where it is. Is he going for the missile refill? He'd have to go all the way back to Kraid, but he does have to go there anyways to get the Brinstar missile.
That's true.
Ooh, Asher taking some chain damage there on Dragon, but luckily gonna get out of it.
Whew.
Yeah, I wonder if Traviktox just forgot which room is which here on the left side of green, or what's this room called? I don't remember.
I don't actually know.
Is this Business Center? I think Business Center is the one in Norfair.
Yeah, Business Center is the one in Norfair. So for Azure, that's high jump, speed, and space. Although that's not the important one.
Yep, now he's just got to get to Plasma. He's just doing new route at this, or old route at this point, all the way up to Plasma. And then he will be done. Traviktox, meanwhile, does get the 60 missiles and 20 supers.
That's a tough one, but he got it for sure.
He can't do row 1 since he picked up high jump, though. So I wonder what he's doing. He could be doing like row 2 and row 3.
I do not
But he
know.
didn't pick up the map, did he?
Tough to say.
Tough to say. He did pick up the power bombs, though. He picked up criteria power bombs, so if he picks up all the ones in Brinstar, he'll have 30. But unfortunately for him, whatever he's doing, it's not gonna matter, because Azder is done here. Enters the Plasma Beam room and finishes with an official SRL time of 42 minutes and 53 seconds. And with
Very
that,
impressive
Azure is
stuff.
moving on to the top 8 of the tournament. GG to Azure. Looks like Travi's gonna make it to the Brinstar map, but even he is saying in SRL he's not sure what his plan is with this card, and I can't totally blame him. RBO or Triple Bingo is a really rough category. Traviktox didn't want to run RBO, and so he left the Triple Bingo up, even though he doesn't quite have the experience, and well, it came back to bite him, I guess. But for Azure, he is the first runner to win his cat pick in the playoffs. And he's going to move on to face the winner, I believe, of Shiny Zenny and Hero 82. Hopefully that is right. And meanwhile, we do have Azure in for an interview. So, Azure, GG on the 2-0. How are you feeling after that one?
Oh, feeling great. I don't think I could have done, or I don't think I could have asked for too much better, I should say.
So before we get into either run there, kind of talk about the vetoes. When you saw how the vetoes went and Traviktox picking GT Classic, what were your reactions to that, basically?
So we raced in the 2018 80% tournament and the 2018 multi-category. So we've raced 80% in GT Classic in both of those. And in both of those, I won, but it was a close race. And so for my veto, I was really trying to decide, do I want to cover his, focus in 80% because that's what he spends the most time on, or do I want to cover the volatility of GT Classic? And I decided on 80% because it's volatile in its own way. But I wasn't that surprised that he picked it, because I think it was probably a good option for him. So I was just like, okay, I gotta play really, really well, and try not to die on Lava Dive. I don't know.
So you ended up winning that. So kind of let me know, why did you why pick Triple Bingo? What was your thought process behind that?
Let's see. Well, Bunny keeps bugging me to play bingo in tournament, and I haven't played one of them yet.
Nice.
So, and also Gala yesterday kind of inspired me to do that because of it being maybe his last chance to play bingo. So, I don't know how vetoes next week are going to go.
Yeah, so speaking of Triple Bingo, how do you feel about that card? And kind of walk me through your decisions routing the card.
GG, guys.
GG.
Yo, Trav,
Thanks.
GG.
Oh boy, this bingo card.
Yeah, I guess I can extend the question to both of you. How did both of you feel about that card? How do you feel about how you routed it?
I was just collecting some stuff. Some Brinstar missiles, some Criteria missiles. I had no idea what row or column I would get.
So for me, I wanted to, with Triple Bingo, you usually end up having to do, at least either Meridia or Lauren Orfair. And I mean, I did both technically, but GT barely counts. Mostly since it's a given you're covering a wide area, I kind of wanted to try not to do too many of the missile goals. So like there was 60 and 20, but that just didn't fit into a row that I liked. Like I didn't like finish X-ray in row 2. I didn't really want to skip high jump for column 1, but it might have been a better option to do column 1 than one of the other ones that I did in retrospect. But one of the big things was I wanted to make sure that I had a plan going in and stuck to it, and I wasn't changing it a whole lot mid-race because I felt like that was where I was the most likely to lose time or make a big mistake. So I pretty much decided everything I was going to do in the first 6 minutes.
All right, so you are of course moving on to, I believe, the winner of Zenny and Pro 82. So how are you preparing for that? And
oh boy,
for the rest of the playoff.
I'm hoping Hero just beats Zenny for me. But I will say, if Zenny does make it through, he's the most lopsided out of the top 4, I would say. So, and this is the best kind of venue to try and spin that to my advantage. So, we'll see what he vetoes, and I don't see myself 2-0ing him. So I'm hoping that, like, if we go to game 3, that I get a random pick for game 3 that favors me. I think that's kind of my best bet.
All right, so Hockey, do you have any questions for either runner here?
No, just wondering what you guys thought of the tournament, the format. I hope you both had really good tournaments. I know, Azure, you're obviously continuing on. Trav, tough luck, but we definitely enjoyed seeing your performance throughout. But just kind of give us maybe a little soundbite, a little summation of your experience.
Yeah, it's a pretty good tournament to see different categories. The Triple Bingo, the GT Classic, the usual any percent. I really liked it.
Right on, Trav. GG's for sure. And GG to you too, as you're moving on to the next round.
This tournament's been a lot of fun. The format it has like some flaws, but it's been way better than the previous multi-category tournament we had. There was some degree of planning you could do, and there was some degree of variety that you could kind of count on happening. And the playoffs, I was really excited to do this kind of format, like, multiple races in a row. You don't necessarily know what you're running going in for the whole thing, so I was really looking forward to this, and I'm glad I get to do it at least one more time.
All right, any closing remarks from either runner?
Yeah, thanks for the commentary, and good luck for the next round, azder.
Thank you. I think like we're a lot closer than like our tournament record would suggest, because we get matched. Yeah, it's but you're definitely like one of the people I take seriously, and like I actually thought I was gonna get derp. I miscalculated a little bit, so when I saw I was getting it, was just like, oh no, I have to like I had I think a clearer game plan for what I was going to do against derp, but this one, I don't know, I just wasn't as ready for it. And I'm glad that Hockey is also on comms to watch his pick go south.
No, it's really nice of you to say, Azder. Hope I didn't. You kind of cut out there. I assume you said something nice, but maybe not. I don't. I might be being a little presumptuous, but it's good to be back on commentary, joined by the one and only TG Derp. It's always a pleasure to do commentary with Derp. You definitely care.